Hello, world. It is me again. I'm actually sitting in a car right now, and I just thought I'm gonna film anyway. It's been it's been quite the eventful day so far. I'm back in India. Guess you can't see much, but but yeah, the reason I'm doing this from the car today is I got here actually this morning, and funny enough, for the first time ever, I've been I've had my equipment for a while. I've traveled quite a bit with it. But for the first time, I got detained by customs, and there was a whole thing, and I'm still trying to figure out a few more things. But it's possible that I may not have access to my camera till my next stop, which is probably in a couple of weeks. But it was cool, but kind of took off my day. So I guess today I'm going to be talking a little bit about what this kind of helped me realize. Firstly, I think I'm sorry the videos are shaky and I'm on selfie mode, but the very first thing I think that came to my mind was, despite the situation, I was kind of very relaxed. I was kind of very composed, and I had to try and make some calls, but I was able to really think from a place of wisdom and not a place of um, ridiculous fear, which essentially they want me to pay like half the value of the camera to be able to bring it out. But it's a 5-year-old camera, and I'm not going to be, I can't make that much selling the camera. So why would I pay that much to just bring it in with me for a couple of weeks? So, anyway, kind of worked out a good deal. But actually, it's so interesting because the one officer that was helping me out with the whole process was just genuinely working with me in a certain direction to help me make this the most effortless and easy process. And it's very interesting because that is not typically how I might have seen the situation go, because I would have often panicked, and I would have tried to do what I can to make it just work. but but somehow this time there was someone working with me, and these are the moments I'm so appreciative of. I genuinely feel like there's the universe is looking out for you, when these kind of things happen, for me in this case. But yeah, it just made me really think, and it goes back to everything I've been saying, right? Like, if acting from a place of fear, or bouncing around, or trying to beg and plead, all of that is nervous system issues. It's panic, it's trauma based, it's fear based. But where I was at was at a place of calm, in a place where I could keep my nervous system regulated. Even though I was kind of a little bit worried, and had to ask, a few different people for advice and figure out what to do. But overall, I was able to stay in that place, and it's because of that I really genuinely feel like someone who wanted to help me out and make this easier for me was kind of the person that I encountered, because it could have been someone who made things way harder for me, right? But it's not a great story, I guess, as much as the other ones that I share with you guys. But it's part of the adventure. It's part of what I'm doing. I don't think I've fully given you guys a plan that I've been on, because I genuinely don't have an entire plan. I just had to, you know, come home to deal with some stuff. I had to kind of travel to get myself out of all the crazy stuff that's been happening in my life, and then I have a lot of legal stuff to deal with, and um, so I'm figuring this all out as I go, along with the creative suite, along with the Kaleidoscope shift. So you guys are part of everything that I'm going through right now, and everything I'm trying to figure out. And hopefully, tomorrow onwards, I can try to be a little bit more consistent and stable with how I post these videos from here in this phase. But remember, I told you guys yesterday there was going to be a surge of energy, and the surge is anything, right? It is the release. It is the the sudden shift of momentum. The fact that someone would stop me, and something I never expected, and despite yesterday being chill and relaxed, today just started with boom, 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 boom. Start getting stuff done and figure this out ASAP. That's the surge, and you know, it's not always in one direction, so it's not always productive or creative. It could be in any different way, like I mentioned. And hopefully, hopefully this one day of surge is enough for me to get into stillness tomorrow, but we'll see how tomorrow goes. One of the biggest, most important things I have learned in these 6 months is, you know, it's important to plan for your future. Like, don't, you know, take this as reckless advice or anything, but I think it's also very important to live for the moment and moment, like in these stressful times, in these times where things get crazy, you just got to accept that this is the moment that you're in, and this is the moment that you're going to fully embrace. And then something always works out, something always falls into place if you have that energy. Again, quantum physics, you know, reality is a reflection of what's on the inside. So it doesn't mean that, you know, my reality is objective or someone else's objective. It's all subjective realities, obviously, but at the same time, for me, my reality is objective, and for you, yours, and so on. So that's why I always say, let's really be kind to each other. Let's be happy. Let's be creative. You know, I've always been creative. I don't know if I've always been kind, and I don't. I definitely know I've not always been happy, but this is my ammo in life. This is what the creator suite's about. This is what the kaleidoscope shifting's about. I'm going to be launching a bit more fun stuff very soon. Actually, the reason I wanted to keep my camera here was I wanted to build a 6 module course based off of this kaleidoscope. So I don't know if that's going to happen anytime soon. But instead, I'm planning to set up a sort of virtual session where I can kind of give you guys like a walkthrough of what it is. And if that's something that you guys are interested in, please let me know in the comments. And please do sign up for the newsletter on creativekaleidoscope.com. I will be sending out polls and questions and updates over there for you guys. Like I said, the whole concept is it's a way of building community. It's a way of bringing people together, and in a way of all of us collectively overcoming our own life experiences and challenges. You know, I've learned being a coach is not doesn't mean that I've done more work or I'm better or I feel good all the time. It really just means that I am healing myself by helping others heal. And I think that's what the bigger picture of the kaleidoscope is. It's so, you know, whoever I'm able to help can find their own way that works and pass it on and so on and so forth. So yeah, anyway, I think that's kind of today. Short, quick, pretty crazy. You get to see the car, my dad's car. But anyway, thank you guys so much. I love and appreciate every one of you, and I will see you guys tomorrow. And thank you so much. I will keep you updated on what happens. Please, you know, feel free to hit me up, and I hope you took something out of this. Thank you so much for coming back and watching the videos every day. um, Thank you. Be happy, be creative, and be kind.